Force yourself. Discipline asterisk asterisk. Chapter 1. The illusion of motivation asterisk asterisk. Every single day, millions wait. Wait for a feeling, a spark, that burst of motivation. They sit still, scroll endlessly, watch videos hoping to be struck by inspiration. But here's the truth. Motivation is a liar. It's inconsistent. It's fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. You cannot build your life on something so fragile. If you're waiting to feel ready, you'll wait forever. Champions don't rely on motivation. Winners don't wait to feel like it. They show up regardless. Rain or shine, pain or peace. Motivation might start the journey, but only discipline carries you through. Discipline is not sexy. It doesn't always feel good, but it is the key. Chapter 2. Why force matters asterisk asterisk. There's a moment, a small gap, between the thought, I should do it, and the action of actually doing it. Most people lose in that gap. They let hesitation creep in. They wait for comfort. And in that pause, the dream dies. But the few who win, they force themselves. They don't wait for the right mood. They don't wait until they feel it. They act. They move. They grind. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't want to do it. This is your weapon, your armor, your edge. Chapter 3. The War Within asterisk asterisk. Every day, there's a battle. You versus you. The lazy you versus the disciplined you. The weak voice says, just 5 more minutes in bed. The strong one whispers, get up. Let's go. You already know which voice leads to greatness. The greatest victories are silent. No aplausos, no cameras. Just you forcing yourself to do the reps, to study, to write, to build, to show up. Over and over again. You become unstoppable not because you feel good, but because you do it anyway. Chapter 4. Small wins. Daily discipline asterisk asterisk. Discipline isn't one grand moment. It's daily decisions. Small wins that stack. Waking up early. Saying no to distractions. Doing that last rep. Finishing that boring task. Every small decision is a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. Discipline isn't loud, it's consistent. Relentless. Boring even, but it works. When you train your mind to do hard things, easy things no longer impress you. You raise your standard. You shift your identity. Chapter 5. Pain now or pain later asterisk asterisk. Life gives you 2 options. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline is hard. Waking up early. Working when you're tired. Saying no when others say yes. But regret is harder. Regret is watching others succeed while you scroll. It's realizing you had time and you wasted it. It's seeing your potential die slowly because you chose comfort. Choose your pain. Only one leads to power. Chapter 6. Force yourself every day asterisk asterisk. Force yourself to get out of bed. Force yourself to study. Force yourself to train. Force yourself to speak up. Force yourself to take action. Because your brain won't want to. It wants comfort, ease, familiarity. But greatness lives in discomfort. Discipline is about commanding your body when your mind says no. It's about becoming your own drill sergeant. Your future self is begging you to force yourself today. Chapter 7. Focus is the new superpower asterisk asterisk. Discipline and focus go hand in hand. In a world full of distractions, focus is rare. And rare things are valuable. When you train your discipline, you sharpen your focus. You say no to junk. You say no to wasting time. You protect your attention like gold. No one becomes legendary by accident. They lock in. They tune out the noise. They build, every day, brick by brick. Chapter 8. Burn the excuses asterisk asterisk. You're not too tired. You're not too old. You're not too late. You're just not disciplined yet. Excuses feel good now, but steal everything later. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, you're betraying your future. Burn your excuses. Burn your stories. Burn the idea that you can wait. Discipline begins when you stop negotiating with weakness. Chapter 9. Discipline creates freedom asterisk asterisk. Ironically, the more disciplined you are, the more freedom you gain. Financial freedom comes from disciplined spending. Physical freedom comes from disciplined training. Emotional freedom comes from disciplined thinking. Discipline gives you control over your body, your time, your life. Most people are slaves to impulses, but not you. You're building the muscle of freedom through force, through structure, through repetition. Chapter 11. The Myth of Balance, asterisk, asterisk. You've been told to live a balanced life, that you can have it all, comfort and greatness, that you can rest and rise at the same time. But that's a lie. Balance is for maintenance. Discipline is for growth. You can't rise without sacrifice. You can't become elite while living like everyone else. There will be seasons of imbalance. Late nights, early mornings, painful choices. That's what it takes. Discipline forces you to trade what you want now for what you want most. Chapter 12. The Discipline of the Mind, asterisk, asterisk. Mental discipline is the root of all power. It's not just about what you do. It's about what you allow yourself to think. You must force your mind to align with your goals. No more negative self-talk. No more "I can't." No more stories about failure. Talk to yourself like a warrior. Repeat what you want until your brain starts to believe it. Discipline begins in the mind. Every thought is either fuel or poison. Guard your mind. Train it. Control it. Chapter 13. The Discipline of Time, asterisk, asterisk. Time is your most valuable asset, yet most waste it like it's infinite. You must discipline your schedule, your hours, your moments. Block your time. Eliminate waste. Track your effort. Protect your mornings. Use your nights. Every hour you give to laziness is an hour stolen from your future. Be ruthless with time, because the world will take every second you don't fight for. Chapter 14. Show up ugly, asterisk, asterisk. It won't always be perfect. You won't always feel ready, but show up anyway. Write the messy draft. Do the slow workout. Have the awkward conversation. Discipline means showing up, even when it's not pretty, because progress is born in imperfection. Success is hidden in consistency, not in aesthetics. The most powerful version of you is forged in the fire of imperfect effort. Chapter 15. The Identity Shift, asterisk, asterisk. You're not lazy. You're not weak. That's not who you are. That's who you've been acting like. Discipline is how you rewrite your identity. Every forced action says, "This is who I am now." Discipline isn't just what you do. It's who you become. A finisher, a leader, a doer, a machine. If you want to change your life, change how you see yourself. And the fastest way to do that? Force disciplined action. Chapter 16. Train in the dark, asterisk, asterisk. The real work is done when no one is watching. No praise, no likes, just you grinding in the dark. And when the lights turn on, you'll be ready, because while others were waiting for permission, you were building in silence. You were forcing reps, stacking days, mastering the boring. Discipline thrives in solitude. Force yourself now, and the world will watch later. Chapter 17. From resistance to ritual, asterisk, asterisk. At first it hurts. The resistance is loud. Everything inside you screams to stop. But keep going. Push long enough, and what was once painful becomes your routine. What was once resistance becomes ritual. Force becomes flow. The discipline becomes dangerous because what breaks others becomes normal to them. You are forging rituals that others cannot even begin. Chapter 18. Own the boring, asterisk, asterisk. Everyone loves highlights, the success stories, the moments that go viral. But discipline lives in the boring. The early alarms, the quiet reps, the ignored emails, the lonely hours of learning. If you can learn to love the boring, you become unstoppable. Discipline is not a feeling. It's a habit, and habits are built through repetition. Own the boring, and you'll own your future. Chapter 19. Force becomes freedom, asterisk, asterisk. You started by forcing yourself. It became a pattern. It became your identity. It became your lifestyle. You no longer need to rely on willpower every time. You just move, just act, just execute. That's the gift of discipline. It's not that it gets easier. You just get stronger. Force creates momentum. Momentum creates rhythm. Rhythm creates freedom. Chapter 20. Final discipline. Never stop, asterisk, asterisk. There is no end, no finish line. Discipline is not a 30-day challenge. It's not a New Year's resolution. It's a lifelong decision. Every day is a test. Will you show up? Will you keep going? Will you do what needs to be done? Force yourself, even when you don't have to. Especially when you don't have to. Because when others fall asleep in comfort, you'll be rising in fire. And that is how greatness is born. End of script. ***.